Hey, what's up, David? This is going to be a quick demo video for you for your Second Sister Saber by Korbanth. This is installed with two different Proffies boards, all right, and it takes a 21700 battery, a big boy right here. I've got the sticker off of it. I'll show you why here in a second. But I'm going to be sending this with your Saber. They're both 2-button setups. So each Proffies board controls one side of this Saber. So you got 2 buttons here, right? A button on each side, 1 blade, and then one side of animations. I put a 10 pixel strip underneath this red lens right here, and then I put another 10 pixel strip underneath this red lens right here. All right, because it can be kind of difficult to tell which button is which. I did go through, and I don't know if this is going to pick up on camera, but we'll try. If you can see that on that actual switch, because I tried not to do it very much, but I did put 1 scratch mark on that switch, and I did the same thing over here on the other side. Right there. So very, I try not to do it very hard, but just enough to where you can look at it and tell that mark signifies that that is the power switch for that particular side of the Saber. And of course, the other switch will be your auxiliary switch. All right. If you want to, you can take these fins and you can unfold them, and it unfolds to right here, and you get the full Saber just like that, right? But when you go to unfold or fold them back in, they only go one way, and they fold in like that. So I'm not going to take this panel off that's in here right now because I showed you some pictures of it. But if you ever want to get to your 2 Proffies boards, this is the panel that you have to take off. It can be a little bit more difficult to take off because of this ring is in the way. So you'll need a small Phillips head screwdriver. I made it over here on purpose. I wanted the easy panel to be where you put the battery. See, you don't have the rings in your way. It's very easy to get to this panel. So that's where we're going to open it up, and we're going to put our battery in it. When you take these screws out, please do it over a table, somewhere that's easy to see, because let me show you the size of these screws. That's all you got. I mean, there's 2 of them just like that, right? That's a tiny guy. So do it over a table. Be very careful. Don't lose them, and you'll be fine. All right. So we'll take both of those out. When you take both of those screws out, this panel comes right off, right? And this is your battery compartment. So this takes a 21700 battery. This is a spring side over here for the negative side of your battery. I did cut that spring down quite a bit because the battery fits in there super snug. I didn't want it wiggling around. Also why I took the sticker off. There isn't really a good place for a chassis retention on this Saber. So what I did is I modeled this Saber up, or this chassis up, to be an extremely tight press fit into the Saber. This is a chassis I actually designed a long time ago for this when it first came out, and it works fine. So of course I use it again. All right, but it press fits into the handle. It locks in place, and that thing's not coming out. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put our battery in it. Remember, please, the negative side of your battery goes towards the spring. I cannot stress that enough. We'll clip our battery in.
I know those things about force that they're not telling me.
You will get 2 different boot up sounds. They are programmed identically, all right, but each of your fonts has multiple boot up sounds, so you might get that different one on each, just like we just did there. But once you put your battery in, we can come over here and we can put our panel back down, and then we can put our screws back in. So I'm going to do that real quick. All right, those tiny screws that we didn't want to lose. Lock those in. Put the other one in. It can be a little bit of a time-consuming thing to get this all ready, and then also to break it down when you're done, but that's just kind of the nature of the Saber. All right. But once we get that panel on, you can see that these have turned off because they're on a timer. I wanted them on a timer so they didn't kill your battery and just kept running if you decided not to turn this on right away. But we can go to the next sound font on each of these. So I'll hit auxiliary for over here.
I suggest you try it again, Luke. This time, let go your conscious self and act on instinct.
And I'll do the same thing for the other side.
I suggest you try it again, Luke. This time, let go your conscious self and act on instinct.
Now you asked for thrust on, which is not something I typically do, but... And now you've got blue and blue. Because this is the ANH font. You have a lot of kyberphonic fonts on this one. And of course, these will be different when the Saber is actually on, but they will match. So if we turn it off, you see how it goes back to a slow kit style, and then they time out. All right. So, but if you don't want to do thrust on, you can hit power over here, hit power over here, and then you could also do that to turn it off. So just tap power again, tap it again over here, and that's what we've got right there. All right, so, and then these will time out again. This takes a 7/8 inch blade. I only have one, so we'll put the one in and we'll lock it down with a Allen key. And I'll have to show you that each side works one at a time. All right. So if we just wanted to use power, we could. Right. Or if we wanted to do thrust on, it can be a little bit hard when you're sitting down. If I stood up on it, it will thrust it on. You can thrust on one side at a time, or two, right? So if we want to do the back first with no blade, and then the front, turn it off just like that. So that works. We'll go ahead and take this out and put it on the other side. Try to do this all on camera so you can see. Flip it over there, other side. Lock her down. You know, again. Got your LEDs. Auxiliary. Auxiliary over here for this side. All right. I'll go ahead and take the blade out so it's a little bit more manageable for me sitting down, and I will cycle through each side fonts so that you can see that they're all on there. All right, so let's start with this side over here.
Blue. Master window.
Well, we can do the colors so you can see each color. Purple.
My name is Dagon Gera. Where is he? Commander Skywalker, do you copy?
Terran Malicos. Ninth Sister.
Obi-Wan.
Now, if we get to a blade color that you want to change, hold down auxiliary and hit power. You'll hear that. And then you can just twist the saber until you find the color that you like, and then hit power. Now we turn that off and we turn it back on. We've locked in that color. And it's set to remember that. So you can do that to any font that you like.
Second sister.
Anakin.
Anakin is where we started. So we'll do that again to the other side. Anakin.
Blue.
Blue.
Master Window!
Purple.
My name is Dagon Gera. Where is he? Commander Skywalker, do you copy?
We'll change this one up. So now we're on blue.
Malicos. Ninth Sister. Obi-Wan.
Need to change this one. So we're good there.
Second Sister. Anakin.
And we're back to Anakin again. All right, so, and that is basically your saber. Now we will break this down one more time, and I'm going to show you how to take the battery out. Because it is so tight, you will need a tool. So let's get these two screws out real quick. I got to concentrate here so I don't lose them. I do get scared of losing those because I don't have any replacements. All right, but when you go to take your battery out, right here, right, you're going to want to do it from the positive side. You're just going to have to look in there. If you look in it in person, you'll see where the spring is. So just go over to the positive side right here. I use the back of a pair of tweezers and pull it out. It is a super tight fit, but you'll be able to get it. All right. And that is basically your second sister saber. So let me know if you have any questions, and I will box this up and get it out in the mail to you by tomorrow. Thanks, man.